Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Rest of today's video, the beer's courtesy of Ross. Thanks so much, Ross. I really appreciate it. I'm doing this because Ross they posted on Instagram, so it's Instagram official, that Ross is engaged. So congratulations, guys, you and Hannah. Congratulations. So excited for you guys. So happy for you guys. And then we got talking also recently. He's talking about this year's Revolution releases, and I'm like, I still have some of last year's I got to drink. So yeah, it just seemed like the perfect beer to give him a shout out, and I'm so happy for them. They seem like such a nice couple. So it's celebratory, and this seems to fit the bill. So this is Thunder Taker. It's an Imperial Rye Stout aged in bourbon barrels. It's part of their Deep Woods series, and I've heard it pronounced different ways. It's in collaboration with a store out there. I want to pronounce it Vinny's, but like Binny's, like the name Vinny, Binny. But I've heard people call it Binny's. So that awesome store out there, it's named after, or it's a collaboration with them. This is actually over a year old. I didn't realize that. This was from July 7th of last year. 16.2% ABV. For a second, I'm like, should I do this as a Saturday video since it's a year old? No, I'm going to release this, I think, on a Friday. So let's get into it. Hi, Bruno. Bruno wishes there was a Thunder Taker because the thunder and lightning scare him. Right, Bruno? Yeah. Oh, you're so cute. All right. And like always, they have great can art. All right. So let's get into it. It's pretty darn black, a little bit of brown in there, not a ton of head, probably, I don't know, third of a finger. The head is not too compact, and it's like coffee, and you put a little bit of milk in it. But yeah, let's see about legs and lacing. Definitely some legs, not a lot of lacing, as to be expected given the ABV. Let's get into the aroma. Oh man, it smells so good. I haven't had a beer like this in a while. I know, like, how I post things, sometimes it probably feels like, oh, dude, it's only been like 5 days or whatever, 4 or 5 days. But in reality, it might not have been. It's been a while since I've had a beer like this and smelled a beer like this. You know what I get a decent amount of is vanilla from the barrel, which is cool. A little bit of coconut, definitely some oak. So I'm getting barrel-specific stuff. A little bit of spiciness from the rye, but not a ton, given that's a rye stout. I've had to get a little bit more spiciness. Good amount of chocolate. And yeah, definitely wood. Like oak tannins and woodiness to it. It's got, sweet chocolate. It's got a little bit of dark chocolate, a little bit of Hershey syrup. Then back to that vanilla coconut. And actually the vanilla and coconut, it's almost like some sort of hybrid of the, like, how to explain it? It's almost like a drink or something where you blended the two together. So yeah, they're both there and you can kind of pick them apart, but they're so interwoven. It's really interesting. And it's super hot down here. Like, it's just been so hot. Like, my basement even is hot. No wonder Bruno's laying on the cold floor trying to cool down. A little bit of nuttiness, like walnuts. Smells fantastic. So get into the taste. Cheers to Ross and Hannah and everyone watching. There's a little bit of more of what I consider that rye spiciness in the taste. Huge chocolate. Wow, this is good. This is really good. And that the way the vanilla is, for a beer that doesn't have vanilla, this is really interesting to me because it's got that confectionery sugar thing, and I've kind of associated it with beers that have vanilla added. But this doesn't have any vanilla in it. But it's got like a confectionery sugar component. Wow. But yeah, chocolate, a few different ways, just like the aroma. The barrel, very expressive. Obviously vanilla, as I said a few times in the taste as well. Some of that coconut too. More vanilla than coconut. I would say of the barrel expression stuff, it probably goes more like vanilla, oak, bourbon, coconut. Okay, it's there, but it's probably of those four things that I'm getting the most of. It's towards it is the bottom of the four, and it's a little bit of a step down from the other three even. Man, that smells good. And yeah, just a little bit of a walnut thing. It's got a good level of sweetness, more so up front. Ooh, chocolate covered cherries, so sweet. Oh man, I love it. So speaking of sweet, it starts sweet, which is good, and that sweetness does endure. But it's good because then some bitterness, then the alcohol. Like when that stuff kicks in, it's going to bring balance. It's going to dry out the sweetness. So there's a good heft of sweetness that is it doesn't finish particularly dry. So there's a good through line of sweetness, and it stands up to some of this other stuff. So it's not a beer that you're going to use the word balanced really, but like it does bring some balance to sweetness, but it is a sweet beer without ever being cloyingly sweet. It's kind of that adult dessert, like to sound all hoity-toity. Pastry stouts seem to be a little bit on the down tick, and this is not a pastry stout. This is again, it sounds so bougie or whatever, but like this is an elevated pastry stout. Like it has desserty elements, but it's a little bit more refined. It's a little bit more high end. It doesn't drink like they took an actual German chocolate cake and put it into the mash. And nothing against that stuff, but like it hits different. And I'm just trying to differentiate how it does hit different. This is a love letter, not a beer review. I love this beer so much. This is fantastic. I think that's all I got. I think I have 2 or 3 more from this series, so apparently I gotta be drinking them. Excuse me, so maybe I'll try to bang those out like 1 a week or something. Don't say that on camera, because then you're gonna feel like you have to hold yourself to it. All right, in the comment section, you better say, congratulations to Ross and Hannah. And if you want to add anything else about this beer, if you've had it, or a different beer you've had lately, or something else from Revolution, or just maybe you have a big life event you want to tell me about. I'm all about positivity. You have something good going on in your life? I love hearing that. I don't care if this is a beer channel. I don't care if what you have, happiness, isn't beer related. Comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.